sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver, and the inheritance of the children of Joseph. So, he has confused the tomb that Abraham bought with the tomb that Jacob bought, and the place where Abraham bought it is in Hebron in the south at Machpelah, with the place where Jacob bought it in the north at Shechem, which is the present-day city of Annapolis. And it's once again one of those quickie mistakes. He's lifted this speech basically from Joshua's speech, and he saw all this material at the end here quickly, and he didn't absorb it that quickly. It wasn't working directly, let us say, word for word, or someone was reading it to the writer or whatever, and he picked up this thing, and in his mind it was saying that Abraham bought. He was confusing it with the earlier tomb that Abraham bought. And so actually this is the tomb of Joseph. This is not the tomb of the ancestors, which is in Machpelah in Hebron. This is the tomb of Joseph. Now, if you'd made this is a minor error, I admit, but if you'd made that mistake in front of the Sanhedrin, they'd have just broken out with, you're wrong, they'd have started shrieking and screaming at him. And the point is that gives us the clue where I wouldn't have known he got the speech from there too if I hadn't seen the error. Then when I went and checked up on the error, when I went and checked up on whose tomb this was and so on, and where the notice was, I saw the whole speech. And I realized that the author had taken basically the speech from there and made the error in a too hasty recording of this material. Now, you may not agree with me, that's my explanation. Otherwise, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And so you have it whichever way you want. And anyway, why do the Sanhedrin people need a lecture from Stephen, a Gentile convert, on their history? I mean, again, it's the writer, like you're saying, customary in Greek literature, putting a speech into Stephen's mouth, and it's all here in the book of Joshua, including the tomb. But the tomb in Shechem is what Jacob bought from the sons of Hamor. He has that, but he has Abraham buying it from the sons of Hamor. And if you look at the Bible, Abraham has nothing to do with the sons of Hamor in the Bible. It's Jacob that has to do. Well, not just that, the whole story. So the guy's totally confused. Oh, well, that's just a mistake Stephen made. And no, because the speech too is out of Joshua 24, basically. So sorry about that, using your Bible like that. But so here's a speech that basically I think is totally. We can see the source of it. So finally, we get to the end of the speech, 45. And our fathers, again, it's not Stephen's fathers, that's for sure. There's no Jew called Stephen at this time. These are Greco-Hellenist people who found favor before God. Solomon built him a house, and the Most High did not live in man-made buildings. And as he said, heaven is my throne, the earth a footstool for my feet. Favorite passage that is constantly being, we already have had that previously in Acts, when I think Luke is talking about Jesus' assumption into heaven. He speaks about the footstool image. Then finally, Stephen attacks them. Oh, you stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears. That's the allusion in Ezekiel. I will not let people uncircumcised in body and or heart into the temple. So he's rephrased it here. Uncircumcised in heart and ears. Why do you always resist the Holy Spirit? So he's badgering the Sanhedrin. In your fathers so. And here we get the Paul accusation in 1 Thessalonians. Which one of the prophets did your fathers not persecute? And they killed the ones who prophesied the coming of the righteous one. That's pretty accurate in the sense that Jesus would have been called the righteous one. Of whom you now have become the betrayers and murderers. So again, it's a Peter-like speech. You're not going to get very far in the Sanhedrin and calling them murderers and everything. But in any case, it's the blood libel accusation again but it includes the killing all the prophets. We first encountered that in 1 Thessalonians 2:15. And who picks that up in history? Muhammad loves that. That's all through the Quran. That produces a huge dose of anti-Semitism in the Quran. The Jews are always identified as the people who killed all the prophets. No, the Jews didn't kill all the prophets. The Jews gave the world the prophets. It's just a slur. It may have to do with the Jesus and John presentation that they're supposed to be involved in that situation in some way, which is not clear because John, as we know, was killed by an Herodian king, and Jesus, the jury is still out on lots of aspects, but the Romans are certainly involved in that. So with that, but that's what it's relating to. But let's go back in history then. I always like to ask people, okay, name one prophet that the Jews killed. Oh, what? See, all these are slogans that produce hatred. Hatred in Islam, hatred in Christianity. And you say, well, why is it offensive? Because I think it's shameful that this is allowed to go on generation after generation, century after century, and nobody who's supposed to be righteous and care about these things stands up and protests. Have I ever heard a minister protest about these things? Have I ever heard an Islamic imam protest about these things? And what I have to do it at Cal State Long Beach in my little class of 10 people? It's shocking. You name one. They didn't kill Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. They didn't kill Joseph. These are prophets. Muslims call all these people prophets. These are not really prophets. Let's get on to the real prophets. They didn't kill Moses. They didn't kill Aaron. They didn't kill Nathan. They didn't kill Samuel. They didn't kill Elijah. In fact, he had trouble with foreign kings. They didn't kill Elisha. Wait, I'm trying to find one. Isaiah. They didn't kill Isaiah. They didn't kill Jeremiah. They didn't kill Ezekiel. They didn't kill Amos. They didn't kill Micah. They didn't kill Hosea. Where are all the prophets that the Jews killed? Name one. In fact, they are just the opposite. They hardly ever killed a single one. If maybe someone could mention Zechariah, it's a possibility that somebody was responsible. I don't know if the Jews are responsible, like saying the Americans killed Kennedy. The Americans, like when people who hate America in the Middle East or some foreign nation, oh, you Americans, you kill all your presidents. Well, how many Americans would like that accusation thrown at them? What, we killed Lincoln? What, we killed Kennedy? You like that being said to you like that? And yet people do say that about Americans, so you know the source. It's a hostile person full of hatred and venom. I don't know where we got it from Paul. Where he got it from Paul. Paul is full of venom and invective. I mean, I don't know why he feels the way he feels. He's being persecuted, he thinks, so he throws this stuff out in moments of anger.